Hi kids, welcome to Wednesday Writing. Now, hopefully yesterday you had a really good go at using that story mountain on the book that I assigned yesterday. Well, today you're going to have another go at doing that. And here's what I'd like you to do. I'm going to show you the book, I'm going to remind you of the mountain, about what it's for, and then I just want you to have at it and go for it. Okay? The more we do it, the more practice we get, the better we become. Okay, here's your story mountain. Okay, here's a reminder of what you can do. We've got our introduction, where we find out where our setting is. Sometimes you might find the setting might change place throughout the story. So in here, you might find different settings. You've also got a spot for the characters. Who are the main characters in your story? Then we've got, that's what you're going to find out in the setting. The build-up. What happens? What happens in that story? What are the main events building up to the problem? And what more do you learn about the characters? This is really character development. The problem. Oh no! What's the problem? Okay, if we think about Roald Dahl, think about all of the Roald Dahl books we've read. Then you think he's great at creating that tension. Oh no, there's a problem. How are we going to solve it? And then ending a chapter right at that end, leaving what we call the cliffhanger, where imagine a person hanging on a cliff. Oh no, what's going to happen next? And that's what happens with the problem. Good writing. Okay? What happens with the problem? How does the problem get solved? And then how does it end? All this is going to give you different skills when you come to do your writing. Okay? Now, the book I want you to have a go at today is, let me see if I can find it straight away. This book here. Okay? How I Met My Monster by Amanda Knoll. Now, some of you are going to find all these books really easy. Why am I choosing easy books? I'm choosing easy books so you can read it quickly, so you understand it, so the plot isn't that complicated. Simply because when you come to write, this is probably the kind of level of book that you guys could write. Obviously not as long, but relatively simple storylines. Relatively simple storylines. So, here's my book. Just a reminder, when you're on Epic, if you come down here, okay, once you've clicked on How I Met My Monster, you can come down here, and that should, if I click on that, that should go to full screen, which looks way nicer. It means you can read it more. Okay, it means you can read it more. Now, I think with this book, it actually can read it. It will actually read to you. I don't want it to read to me. In fact, it is reading to me right now. Okay, you can see that the words are being large. I don't want it to read to me. So here's what I'm going to do. Down here, there's a pause button. I want to read it at my own pace. And not only that, I like making my characters have the voices that I want. Not somebody else reading what I want. Okay, so that's super important. So, if you want to go back, you'll see as you come over onto the left-hand side, there's an arrow. I'm just going to click that arrow. There we go. I'm going to go back right to the start, and then I'm going to go to the first page. If you want to highlight something, make it bigger, you can zoom in, okay, and then click and drag to make it really large. I don't think you're going to need to do that with this book. It actually becomes a little bit problematic, okay, because then you have to move. And the thing about making it bigger is you might miss some text somewhere. You might think, oh, I've done this page. I'm going to go to the next one. Okay, but if that's all you read, you're going to miss stuff. So I'm going to say, I'm going to bring it back. See, if it was large, I would have only seen this. Maybe I thought that was the whole page. So I would say, try to keep away from the adding button. I know it's fun to play with. Have a quick play and then set it back down to normal. Look, you can make it way great. Make it large. Isn't this fun? Make it smaller. Make it bigger. Make it smaller. I'm going to do it one more time just for fun. Bigger, smaller. Bigger, smaller. bigger, smaller, and I'm going to leave it on the smallest just so that I can see the whole book. Okay? Once you've done that, take out your story your story mountain, give it a go. Do a different plan, different structure, different plot for How I Met My Monster. Okay? It's a super fun book. Give it a go.